Make some money and I don't want to fail. I don't want my money to fail.
All right. People always say that you don't fail to plan to fail. You fail to plan. This is what we're talking about today. We talk about 6 businesses that never will fail that you can tap into to grow your business. And today we're going to talk about that. But first, it's time for a 5-minute story.
Oh, all right. So basically, you're saying anybody can do this business, or is this for a particular set of people?
Anybody can do these businesses, whether you're an IT person that has a passion for STEM, or if you're a science technology, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Whether you're a person who's a gardener or a grower that has a passion for agriculture, you can tap into these 6 industries that never will fail, and we'll tell you why. It's because they will never run out of money.
Ah.
So with that being said, LaQuita Marie, you ready for the 5-minute story?
Let's get into it. We've got to open this up with a 5-minute story because Philip Baldo Jr. is here saying grand day all. We've got people in the chat watching and listening. And of course, on the replay, we know that you all definitely gain value throughout the episode, but the 5-minute story time sets it all up. So let's go.
All right, this story is all about...
AJ is road tripping, is lurking in Deutschland.
AJ, I think it's Deutschland.
I know, right? I don't know. JBWR is also in here putting in hashtag the home team.
JBWR.
So let's go sponsors. For both of them, yeah.
All right, let me get a sip of water. Wet my whistle.
Wet your whistle. Get the story going.
Me. This story is all about Anansi the spider and his 6 sons who had different talents that could all contribute to making the world a better place, just like you can take your different talents to make these businesses we're going to introduce you today, how you're going to meet their needs with your solution. You see, Anansi the spider had 6 children, and each of them were named for different talents that they were born with. One was called Sea Trouble, and he was called Sea Trouble because he could see trouble coming from everywhere. Next was a son called Road Builder. Road Builder would use his axe to cut down trees and vines to build roads for people to walk on as they walk along the path. Next was a son called Water Drinker, and Water Drinker would drink the flood waters back whenever they would come to when the river would overrun its banks. Next was another child called Fish Skinner, and Fish Skinner would skin the fish the fishermen brought back to feed the village. And then there was a son called Stone Thrower. Stone Thrower was called Stone Thrower because Stone Thrower would hunt down large game by throwing stones at them. Then finally, there was a son named Cushy. And Cushy was called Cushy because Cushy had
a soft, pillowy back. Oh.
Now, one day Anansi had to go across the mountain for business. He got caught in a rock slide and was left dangling for his life from a cliff, yelling, "Help!
Help!"
Sea Trouble said, "I see trouble," and showed his brothers how to get to the mountain to save their father. But the mountain road was choked with trees and vines. So Road Builder stepped forward with his axe and cut down all the trees and vines and made a safe path for them to climb. When they got to the mountain, their father fell off the cliff, yelling, "Help!"
Oh, help!
As he splashed into a lake below.
Are you gonna make it through the story?
Yes, I am. And got swallowed whole by a giant fish.
Ooh.
Water Drinker ran forward and drank the water dry. And then Fish Skinner cut the fish open. And the Nazi crawled out free. But the danger wasn't over yet because a giant bird scooped down and swooped the Nazi up to carry him away to feed the baby bird.
The Akroma, the hawk, took Anansi high into the sky. Poor Anansi was up there being carried away. Somebody needed to take that hawk down.
So who was there? Stone Thrower. Stone Thrower picked up a rock and said, "Omaha, 98, Buffalo, Blue Ox, Omaha, Omaha. I'm going to save my daddy's life." He threw the rock. It hit the bird, who dropped the Nazi and let him fall to the ground. But before the Nazi hit the ground, Cushy dove under him and he landed on his back with a soft plop.
Soft, pillowy back. Oh, thanks to Cushy. Yeah, I hope Corey make it through the story.
Now, at this time, there was no light in the night sky. And so Anansi and his family had to fumble through the woods in order to make their way home until a ball of white light began to roll magically before them. Once it got to their house, Anansi could not decide who to give it to. as a gift for saving his life. So Anansi, the children began to argue until Anansi took the ball of light and threw it high into the air. As it flew through the air, it grew larger and larger and larger until it almost crashed back to the ground.
Ooh.
But Mother Spider was on hand, and she spun a web and hung it in the sky. And tonight, when you look up in the sky, you'll see Anansi's ball of white light. The white light is the moon. And Mother Spider's web became the stars around it. And that was there to remind us that teamwork makes the dream work, because everyone has a talent and a solution to a problem that you can offer to anybody, any business, and to make the world a better place. And that was the end of that.
Hey.
Apologies for the coughing.
Y'all, we have been having a great time out here, just hanging out. You know, it's winter time. Corey has a cough. JBWR is saying, awesome story. Thank you so much, JBWR. It goes right into our theme for today, y'all. The 6 businesses that never fail. So a lot of you, like the amazing MNG, you're content creators. The everyday life of an OCD chick, content creators. Gail at Night, y'all know she has the amazing creator awards coming up. AMA. If you haven't been to Gail at Night's channel, she'll drop her link so that way you can follow, and you can follow these awards for content creators. There are some amazing things happening out here. So this way, for people like Six Bows is back, Matrell on the Mission, people who are offering value, people who, you know, you have something, but you're like, how do I do this? This episode is going to show you the same way AJ's Road Tripping and Prince Daniel did, how to tap into your talents so that you can use any one of these businesses. And guess what? You don't have to start the business. That's the
no cost, low barrier entry, because you already have the expertise. You're already doing the content creation. You just got to put it in the right venues. And we're going to show you some of those venues and show you how it's not as hard as you think to get into these different venues that are often run by state and city government. So
if you are not a creative person like Roberta's Artistic Adventures, her name lets you know she's bringing it, right? If you are not like her, then hey, just get out there, listen to this video, follow the steps, put action behind it. If you don't know how to get started, or if you feel like, but I need my own business, go to K Business Podcast channel. He shows you how to start a business in so many different states, right? He's Nigerian, right along with Little Ruby's Daycare Encounters, who already has us into the next year. This is what we're talking about, y'all. If you have a business idea, don't worry. We're going to give you 6 ways to tap into other businesses
and will not fail.
That will not fail. This means you will have an endless amount of revenue. So you can be like Sandra, living a full life. You can have a full life, full pockets, and look, just have a good time. Y'all be sure to click the like button, because it is time to officially get this thing started.
So let's start the show with our Real Talk Within Topic Design intro.
Oh, that means I start the show. All right, y'all. We'll see you in like 7 seconds.
It's another episode of A Blind Guy.
His wife.
Hey everybody, I'm Corey the Blind Guy.
I'm his wife, LaQuita Marie.
Together we let you into our life live every hump day, bang, to Friday.
Today is Thursday, Corey.
Bang to Friday. That's Wednesday,
Thursday,
Friday at
11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Changing the narrative of normal about business, about nutritional health,
your business resources,
and wealth building tools. And today we're going to be talking about 6 businesses that will never fail, that can actually help you to grow your own revenue. Today we're talking about state-run government, city-run agencies that are always looking for experts like you.
Well, here's the thing. Sandra Living a Full Life says she's got her notepad. K Business Podcast is saying, let's do it. So we are not going to belabor the point. The everyday life of an OCD chick, we're giving it to you. You're already involved with a couple of these answers. I'm pretty sure you're going to be like, oh yeah, this is good stuff. The amazing MG can do this. A lot of these things, even in Jamaica. So I'm just going to run through them really quickly, right? Because remember, these are businesses that never fail. They're not going out of business. We're telling you to tap into them.
So let's first answer the question, why these businesses don't fail.
No, museums, libraries, K through 12 schools, parks and recs, colleges and museums, and the bonus is military installations. We had to go through them first.
And why don't they fail? It's because government agencies have tax dollars that are always pouring into them to supply their budgets.
So let's start with museums, because Crafty Mom Creations is a creative person, right? Let's talk about museums. AJ is lurking. AJ is road tripping. He's lurking right now, but he's in Germany. They have museums all around the world. As a content creator, keep in mind that you, Crafty Mom Creations, Gale at Night, the museums have already written the grants. They are looking for people like you to fill those grants. We have worked with so many museums over the years. We continue to do so, and our contracts don't ever stop. Oftentimes, all you need is an ugly website, simple website, so that they can get in contact with you, so that they can book you. And this way, Well Talk Productions will let you know, use your time wisely. Make sure you have something to offer them. They've already written the grant, right? So Well Talk Productions is like, let's see what you've got on your list. And AJ says, wait, back it up, Quita. I already backed it up. What you want me back up now?
So back to, as LaQuita was saying, with the museums, all these places that we're listing, the main thing that you want to do is go to their website and find out their calendar of events. They always have annual events. They have quarterly events. There's always some kind of event that they need content for, and they do not have the expertise that you have in their department to pull it off. So what you want to do is go spend some time and do some research on these different websites, whether it's a city-run museum, the public school systems calendar. Look at all those places to see what they're offering, what programming they offer, what annual programming they offer, what quarterly programming they offer.
And Corey is saying this because he's worked in the museum sector for many years. He's also worked in the banking sector. All of this while blind. AJ's road trip and said, Crafty Mom Creations, though. I don't know what I said about Crafty Mom Creations, but yes. Do you remember what I said?
No, I don't.
Well, here's the thing. If God's construction is traveling, they're always showing where they are and different things like that. So as content creators, they can approach a museum, they can approach a library. Remember, you all, these are the 6 businesses that aren't going anywhere. They're government funded. So whether it's a museum, whether it's a library, Well Talk Productions can head right on over to a K through 12 schools. The same way y'all seen how our guests have done it. We had on here Chef Joseph Kit Sauce. He gets grants with the USDA food department to teach workshops to children on food safety and whatnot. So there's another one that came on the show recently, Stacy.
Hands in the dirt.
Hands in the dirt. Yes, same thing. So he's a gardener, just like the everyday life of an OCD chick. He talked to us about tapping into K through 12 schools. The Parks and Recs, they've already written the grants. They are looking for you to fill the service. So this is why we're going through this list to let you know that even if you're in Jamaica, like the amazing MNG, anybody can get this because there are colleges and universities in Jamaica as well. And of course, we all know that the military is everywhere because AJ's road tripping is a vet, right? He's a retired military person. Everywhere you can tap into the military installations. And one of the reasons why we bring up this list of 6 places or 6 businesses, we have had contracts with all 6 of these over the years.
These aren't just one-off contracts. These are repeat contracts where we get the return either several times a year or at least annually. And again, part of the reason is that people don't think about these entities, these government entities, as places they can tap into for their businesses, because you're thinking like, oh, I got to submit a bid through a government website, but that's not it at all. Go directly to these. Go to the MWR, the military, the morale and welfare and recreation. If I said that wrong, vets, let me know.
So Corey, military installations, how would Adrienne Nash, right? Because she deals a lot with different types of not retirement, but insurance and legacy and things like that. How would she approach a military installation?
It's simple. Again, go to their websites and look at the different workshops that they're offering for their patrons. And this goes for any of these entities. Look at the different workshops that are being offered currently this year and what their calendar says for next year. And then, like Sabri Subi says, who's a marketing guru, if you don't go offering a service, go offering a solution. because these people, again, they don't have the expertise, the experts in their department necessarily to pull off the programming like crafty Mom Solutions, or a Stacy Hands in the Dirt, or a someone that's
What about Share with Love TV? She's
Cheryl Up.
Nigerian. She does fitness. She does family
Right.
life. She does cooking. And Well Talk Productions is saying, pause. Now you're speaking. The school's grants. Let me know more because we need our own. So for people that are trying to figure out how do I tap into these grants that they're writing, you just told us a couple of different places to go on whether it's a K through 12 sites, parks and recs, military installations, museums and libraries. Those businesses are not running out of money. We've gotten contracts year after year. The contracts increase, and these are contracts anywhere from 500 to several thousands of dollars. Okay, and they also a lot of times include your travel. They include food allowances. That's above and beyond your pay.
And I'll give you a great example from the museums. When I work at the museums.
Thank you, David Hunt. He put in hashtag the home team. Y'all, we're about to do the first place pony right after this tip.
All museums have summer camps. So this is just an example. They all have summer camps. They're always looking for summer camp ideas. I've sat in those meetings. They don't have them. They're scrambling right now trying to figure out what they can do for summer camp. Well, if you're a hands in the dirt, or like
what about Motrell on a mission?
If you're Motrell on a mission, if you have different business expertise,
because she does IT.
Motrell, you do IT. You also
starts businesses. She provides jobs to people,
and you also have travel experience to Egypt. They would love to hear, have a camp all about Egypt. There's lots of museums, especially museums that have Egyptian exhibits, because there are a lot of museums that have those. So
they shouldn't use Adrian Nash's approach. Give me those damn benefits for my client.
No, they shouldn't do that. Don't go OG on them. But the main thing.
Well, bravo, Sheila, ladies, let's chat. She would have a different approach because she's a counselor. She has a lot of life experience. You're saying that she could approach a library, a museum, a university.
Right. They all have different department heads. They have different coordinators. Museums have a museum education specialist. You want to get to know who that person is. What's the best way to contact them? Libraries, they have different divisions: adult library services, youth library services, senior library services, and they're always looking for programming for those different groups. And it's not just about come to the library and read a book. It's about coming there to do knitting. It's about coming there to learn about gardening. It's about coming there to learn about resources like insurance, or to first-time home buyers. They have all sorts of workshops at these libraries and museums that you'd be surprised. So go to these websites, find out what they currently offer, and find out where you can plug your solution in to meet their needs.
All right, let's get into the first place pony. We're halfway done with today's show. AJ's road trip and accidentally put in hashtag Crafty Mom Creations team. He was like, oh, I mean hashtag the home team. So I think that's our clue or our cue to get right into first place pony. Remember, you all, hashtag the home team. Whoever wins this, you're getting coffee directly delivered to your door from Roll Java. We're going to help you get the day rolling.
All right, I'm going to make the announcement for the horse race, and when I make the gate sound bring, LaQuita Marie, you can say, and they're off.
Oh, okay, and they're off. Now, keep in mind, if you have not gotten your coffee yet, I apologize. Holiday time, there is a slowdown for us, so we do apologize for that. Don't worry, it's in the mail, it's on the way. So thanks to Nick Anthony for putting in hashtag the home team, as well as ISM. You know what? God's Construction does have hashtag the home team, and the everyday life of an OCD chick is saying this is great information. A lot of times we don't even realize that what we're already doing, we can get paid for it. You don't have to create anything new. Remember, look at everybody's content calendar. Go to their Instagram. See what they were doing last year this time. They're going to do the same thing again this year. You can service that need. You can tap into it. So, of course, you were going to say something, Corey?
And I'll give you another great example as we give people time to hashtag the home team. There was a gentleman that
Sandra Living a Full Life has it in there. So does ISM. Thank you.
There was a gentleman that used to come to the museum to visit with his family on a regular basis. And he always would come with his grandchildren. And he was always spending time in the area that talks about flight. And so just by conversation, he came, he said, hey, I noticed you guys are getting ready for African American Heritage Month. What programming do you have around the Tuskegee Airmen? And they said, nothing. We don't have anything. any expertise around that. This
Oh, because you know
gentleman,
what? God's
this,
Construction did say Happy Kwanzaa.
thank you.
Speaking of African American Heritage Month.
This gentleman
Thank you,
walked in and
TWP
made.
Popcorn and Stacy. Hands in the dirt. They all are in here putting in hashtag the home team.
This gentleman walked in. He made that one suggestion. Found out that the museums didn't have a solution for that. And out of that, first he got a $500 speaking engagement at the museum. And then later on, he had another $500 speaking engagement. And then soon they leased a whole exhibit. And the reason why they leased an exhibit from this gentleman is because his father was a Tuskegee Airman, Lieutenant Colonel Howard Ball.
Now, we've had him on our show, and we've shown you all where he had a statue put into a museum in Richmond, Virginia, all around this same situation from where we first met him. So, y'all, whatever you're already doing, and that involved his dad. That was just his dad. He wasn't even talking about all the Tuskegee Airmen, anything else that any of them had done, just his own father.
And that exhibit lease for him was I can't give the exact amount, but it was over $1,000. And all he had to do was bring the stuff.
You're making me cough.
All he had to do was bring the exhibit pieces, and then the museum set it up. The museum framed it, put it in the different cases for him, and then he just set it and forget it. Then he came back when the exhibit was over, collected his items, and he collected his check and was ready to go.
This is why we're saying tap into libraries, museums,
military installations, colleges and universities, K through 12 schools, all these places, Parks and Recreation departments. Parks and Recreation,
you don't have to do all the parts of the business. They're going to do some things for you.
Right, and you do not have to go through a long bid process. It's all about getting into the website and to find out what these events these entities are planning, to find out who's in charge of planning and get directly in touch with them.
Let's do it, Corey, because Adrian is saying, cheers to Red Tails, the Tuskegee Airmen. Motrell does have hashtag the home team. I know, AJ, we run off Craft Mom Creation. She's probably in here listening, but Hands in the Dirt has it. So hopefully he wins so we can give him coffee. You know, I'd rather my Nigerians win like K-Business, but I'm not biased. It's not rigged. Let's do it.
I'm telling you, Motrell, your whole Egyptian experience, there are lots of museums that will pay lots of money to have you come in and speak as a travel expert, having traveled to Egypt several times.
And remember, Parks and Recs, colleges and universities, it's really about knowing someone in that department. At the colleges and universities, it is more difficult to get into those spaces, I will say. But the museums, libraries, Parks and Recs have been some of the easiest, especially the museums. Mm-hmm. The military installations aren't very difficult either. You're a retired military, Motrell, so that might be something for you. The Corey Prepper 101 is hanging out here from Sale B. So good to see you. And Motrell on a Mission did mention Kwanzaa, so we'll have to mention, we do have several Kwanzaa presentations. We have one today, one tomorrow, and Adrian is agreeing. Librarians are the real OGs. They can find out everything. When I tell you they are a true resource for change, they are. All right, Corey, let's give away some coffee.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another run of the Blind Guy's Wife Their Life Live. First place Pony Derby. All the jockeys are mounted and ready to ride. You
got to say something about Prepper 101 because we're going to have to ship his to the sale. And, you know, Life with Marlene is in here as well. Hey, and she's over here from Lash's Journey. So happy to see you.
Well, Prepper 101 is in Cell Block B. Cell Block B, right? That's what he said.
He's usually in Cell Block B. And God's Construction is congratulating the winner in advance. So I don't know who it's going to be. It might be Philip Waldo Jr., our favorite moderator. We'll see.
So, LaQuita Marie.
Yes.
What would Prepper 101 say to somebody that's trying to jack him for their canteen money? So they jack him for his canteen money so they can get some more cigarettes. He would say, bling.
And they're off. All right. Motrell on a Mission, Philip Waldo Jr., Ism, JBWR, God's Construction, Hands in the Dirt, David, Danique Anthony, Bravo She Ladies, Let's Chat, Hands in the Dirt, TWP Popcorn, David Hunt, Philip Waldo Jr., Share with Love TV.
Share with Love TV for the win. Came jump roping in for the win.
So now we don't have to worry about our package getting opened up in Tier 9 Cell Block B, Cell 69, because we don't have to send it to Prepper 101. He let us know his location. So hopefully Trash Can Waves comes in because Adrian is looking for her boo. And we have a winner, y'all. Share with Love TV. This is not rigged at all. Congratulations on winning first place pony. We know David Hunt says it's absolutely rigged. But even Prepper 101 and the everyday life of an OCD chick, along with Philip Waldo Jr. and Motrell on a Mission, are congratulating you, please fill out our winner circle form so that we have your information to ship it to you. Why is laughing with Marlene over there laughing? Um, let's get right into our coffee break because bravo with Sheila. I mean, Share with Love TV says, wow, yes, congratulations. You are the winner. Y'all subscribe to her channel. She's over 10,000 subscribers, an amazing content creator. Sandra Living a Full Life is congratulating her. And she does have her acceptance speech. Thank you all.
All right, thank you, Share with Love TV, and congratulations on your win. And speaking of coffee, it is time for a coffee break. If you want to be down with the Blind Guys Wife Their Life home team, remember, just go to blindguyhiswife.com.
Scrolling right there at the bottom of the screen.
When you get there, make sure that you click the green coffee cup so she can say,
what you doing?
I say, girl, you know what I'm doing. I'm about to stir it and shake it up like some coffee medicine. I'm going to stir it like coffee. Clink, clink, clink. Clink, clink.
Yes. So that means when you are at blindguyhiswife.com, all you do is scroll down to join the home team. Keep in mind that you can find out what we do, but right here, and we've got lots of games and resources, you can support the stream and buy us a coffee, right? Corey's been blind over 25 years. However, you can also start your coffee page. Gail has been dropping the link on how to do that. We do appreciate all of our supporters.
JBWR, we want to thank you for being a loyal sponsor for the Blind Guys Wife Their Life.
Yeah, he just bought some coffees yesterday, 10, along with Ruby Grandison, who bought us 10. But you can also buy your own coffee. So if you didn't win, like Share with Love TV, if you didn't win your Roll Java blend, we will ship the Roll Java to you. So that means if you're not shopping on the site, then hey, we got you.
You can also join the club, get into some caffeinated conversations with a deeper vibe with Blind Guys Wife Their Life, because you can become part of our coffee club. All you have to do is to join is to buy a coffee from Roll Java. And when we get to have these conversations, we'll be sending you a link to join some deeper dive conversations, because like today,
I do have to put that on the website, because right now it's on our Buy Me a Coffee site, the membership level. So yes,
we can't go into a lot of detail here on these live streams because we only have a limited amount of time. And besides, we want it to be a dialogue. So we're going to actually create a platform where you can come and be part of a panel discussion, join the chats, and actually learn more and go deeper into how you can capitalize on opportunities when it comes to nutritional health, business resources, and wealth building tools. So again, caffeinated conversations. Get your day rolling, but get your life rolling with Roll Java, and join the club for caffeinated conversations with a deeper vibe.
All right, y'all. So before we get out of here, because we're about to recap, we're going to thank our sponsors properly.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by promotional considerations paid for by the following unmuted sponsors.
Hey, thank you, sponsors.
Supreme sponsors, David and Christine Brooks. Supreme sponsor, Dr. Linda Bailey Hayden of Elizabeth City State University. Supreme sponsor, Downing Gross Cultural Arts Center.
Supreme sponsor, Shark City Drumline.
Wishlist sponsor, Tasha Oshie Groves. Check out her YouTube channel. Wishlist sponsor, Sharon Marie Watson. Check out her YouTube channel. Wishlist sponsor, JBWR. Check out his YouTube channel. You or your company can become a sponsor. Visit blindguyhiswife.com. All right, thank you to our sponsors. And again, today, this is the week of Kwanzaa. And yes, we are actually going to be heading to a library to perform today for Kwanzaa, and then we'll be heading over to the Downing Gross Cultural Arts Center, which is a Parks and Recreations department for the city that it's in, and we'll be there in the lovely Ella Fitzgerald Theater performing another Kwanzaa celebration on tomorrow. So again, we're not just talking the talk, we're actually walking the walk when it comes to getting into those 6 businesses that will never fail through the government agencies like Parks and Recs, museums, for public K through 12 schools, military installations, and what was the other one? K through 12 schools, museums, libraries. That's what it was. Public library system. So there are all sorts of ways to.
And y'all, these people have the budget. Name your price. Name your price. During the pandemic, when things first started, we create videos that we had already created. The library paid us $300 per video. Those storytelling videos on our channel. All we had to do was create an intro for the video specifically for the libraries. I created one intro, attached it to the front of those same videos that are just sitting on YouTube for free. So this is a way, again, monetize your content. You are already the solution. Do exactly what you're doing, like Bravo with Sheila, Ladies Let's Chat, and monetize it in the best way. These places are waiting for you. They have an endless supply of money because that's how it works. They're writing the grants. You don't have to do the work. So as a recap, before we get into our plant-based treat, those businesses are museums, libraries,
K through 12 schools.
Yes, and keep in mind, parks and recs, they're the ones when we do those festivals and whatnot, and they're like negotiating with us, and we're like, yeah, we can bring our dance theater out. I'm trying to remember the best contract that we've had was canceled because of the pandemic, and that was about $6,000 for one day. We were going to do 2 hours. No, we were going to do 15 minutes. The next day, we were going to do 1 hour plus two 30-minute sets. And then the final day, we just had to do 2 hours. And because of the pandemic, that contract was canceled. And there were other perks in there as well. So Parks and Rec, look, these people got the money. Colleges and universities, y'all, we go to a lot of colleges and universities. And remember, military installations. The bonus to all of this is that when people Google your name, you have the credibility because they will also see these different places that have had you at their location. They'll see those events and they'll be like, oh, okay. So y'all Google Corey the Talented Blind Guy. I challenge you. You'll see for yourself some of the different places that we've been paid for.
And of course, we're going to these different places because we are now powered by plant-based treats by Chef LaQuita Marie, not vigilantes.
We are not fruit hoodlums.
We're just plate advisors, getting you to get your faves going. Fruits and vegetables, every spread. And now.
And look, speaking of every spread, street cred, yes, because that rhymes.
Right.
Every spread, we got street cred. It does give you that. Thanks, Adrian Nash. We appreciate that confirmation.
And now it's time for today's plant-based treat by Chef LaQuita Marie.
Getting you to eat your fruits and vegetables every spread. Here's a wonderful recipe with the nutritional value included. Taco Tuesday treats. So we are going to make a super simple taco dip. We've got our plant-based meat, the one that I made. I actually made this. We also have just a plain old jar of salsa, came right from Walmart, salsa. And also from Walmart, frozen corn. If you can get organic versions of these things, get organic versions by all means. All we're going to do is throw these three in a bowl together and we're done. The onions in the salsa have antioxidants like vitamin C that fight colon, prostate, and lung and brain cancer. Tomatoes have lycopene for a healthy prostate and eyes. Jalapenos have capsaicin, which relieve pain, kill bacteria, and fight cancer. Vinegar reduces your sinus inflammation and lowers blood pressure. Serve it up with tortilla, potato, or corn chip. Any thoughts, anybody? Corn is a whole grain, which gives corn tortillas a high fiber value. Also, there's magnesium, potassium, other vitamins, and minerals.
Ritz and Fritos taste different. I know how.
So you guys can see which one you like it best with the Ritz versus the Fritos versus the cracker. I'm going to bring some more Ritz in, by the way. Because they're going fast. All right, y'all.
All right, guys, get your faves in. Fruits and vegetables every spread.
And you know what? Adrian Nash said, yum, plant-based meat. Y'all, you know I have recipes. You can make your own plant-based meats. But of course, you can purchase them now as well. So there's so many different options here. All we say is get your fruits and vegetables in at every spread. So the everyday life of an OCDish chick is doing just that, growing her own food. Matrell on a Mission has a whole plant-based channel plus fish. So for those of you that love seafood, and of course Share with Love TV cooks so much, you can always find something good on her channel as well as Hands in the Dirt. how do we say goodbye, Corey? Because Gaelic Night is dropping the link for plantbasedtreats.org if you want the playlist.
All right. We say thank you for joining us on this episode of The Blind Guy,
His wife,
Their Life Live. And we want to get out of here by saying, what would Wally say when he goes out on a date and the girl takes him to the jewelry store to look at engagement rings? He would say, deuces.
Deuces.